of all places? If they'd resolved to do something so awful, why in the church?
Some bugger, pardon my French, wanted to make a scene, sir.
And doom us all in the process. If the captain and his minions find out... Oh, I'm sorry, we're closed today. Please leave. Please, I beg of you. Just forget you saw anything here and go. Please. These are awful times. If news of this gets out, things will get worse, I assure you. Please, tell no one. I know how it seems, but I would not ask such a thing if it weren't for the good of the village. It's vital the military don't learn of this. We'll tidy up, but if the captain and his toy soldiers find out, things will become so much worse here. If you wish to play the informant, then I cannot stop you, but your conscience won't forget, and nor shall the people of this village. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to work out.
What do you want? I had naught to do with Maisie's death, I swear, in God's name. And neither did the vicar. He's a good man. If this gets back to the soldiers, they'll cart him and me both off to jail. We had naught to do with it. I always liked Maisie. She probably got on the wrong side of someone on account of her. But you should leave. This is village business, and none of yours. Confess? All right, look. She were good at following people, was our Maisie. Nosing around in their business. I don't know, mayhap she found something and got silenced for it. I saw her the other night. Skulking around near an old cellar not far from here. I can mark it for you, but I know naught else. And I don't want to talk about this no longer.
You'll do the right thing, I'm sure. God go with you. What in heaven's name shall we do?
I'm sure your local folklore and beliefs might all seem very quaint and harmless. But these are not normal times. This area is under martial law, and I will not tolerate your casual heresies. The next person we catch flouting this ban would be lucky if they just end up in internment. I would remind you But the protocol is here for a reason.
Shooting some troublemakers.
It is here to be obeyed. Dismissed.
Citizens of Wyndham, there has been an increase in outlaw activity on
new face.
Slattendale. Avoid Slattendale until the area...
Good day. You'll forgive me if I'm less than cordial on first acquaintances, I'm sure. New faces often mean trouble. And yet, they may bring new opportunities, too. Tell me, where have you come from? Really? Well, you're not the first amnesiac I've seen since things went awry. Trauma does strange things to people. In case it wasn't made clear to you on the way in, Wyndham is under the protection of the protocol. You are permitted to move freely through the village. For now, at least. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. I hope it'll be reciprocated. But don't go causing any trouble here. Is that clear? And if trouble finds you, make sure you report it. Post haste. Now, there are certain things I like to discuss with new faces such as you. Perhaps we can continue this little chat in the village hall. I simply want to ask you a few questions. The nature of the discussion rather depends on how forthcoming you are. Now, follow me, if you will. You might have caught some of my speech. I'm afraid the villagers often require our rules to be drummed into them. Most stay in line. Some find themselves inclined towards forbidden pagan practices. The sooner we stamp out such sentiments, the better.
A contaminated area has been reported in the Skethable Fields. Please stay away from there until it has been sterilized. Citizens of Wyndham, pagan...
Not sure I like the look of you.
Likely thinks me dead.
You're here. It's time we got down to brass tacks, wouldn't you say? I would hope a stranger like you can provide me with some information. All in good time. First, you need to make yourself useful to me. I want to know where you came from. I want to know what you can tell me about the outside. Trust me, you will be much better off aiding protocol than crossing us. Be under no illusions. We must eradicate the corruption that festers here before there is any hope of leaving this blasted place. If we were to work together, you and I, perhaps we might make some progress towards such an outcome. But step out of line, and I will revoke your liberties here just as quickly as they were given. So I ask again, did you come from the outside? What do you know? Well, this is disappointing. I was hoping you'd have something you were willing to share. We imprison strangers at the first whiff of trouble, but you can keep your liberties for now. I trust that will be more conducive to a timely recollection of your origins. In the meantime, be wary of this place. Do not be tempted to engage with any of the pagan sentiments some of the locals may try to foist on you. Such beliefs are dangerous and forbidden. Do I make myself clear? And if you still wish to have protocol's aid, you'll just have to make yourself useful to me in other ways. The civilians in this village are a shady lot. Resistant to discipline and up to no good, I'm sure of it. We can hardly get the time of day out of them. But you're an outsider. They may not trust you exactly, but nor are they immediately suspicious of you. Sniff around. Keep your ears open. If you find anything I should know, come to me with it. If you want somewhere to start, well, we've had our eyes on Iris, the baker. I could send a patrol in, of course, but a softer approach might prove more efficacious. That is a very dangerous word to be bandying about. I suggest you forget you've ever heard it. Whatever evil the scientists had hidden in there, it has wrought havoc on this place. So no one goes near the substation, understood? Anyone trespassing there will be shot. Good day to you. Stay out of trouble, eh?
Citizens of Wyndham, the army is here to help and protect you. Trust us and help us to help you. Follow the protocol.
See that big metal bugger? I could have it. I could.
Steady on, George. It's got guns on it, you know.
Stamping it out like it owns the place.
Aye, but the robbers are proper frit of them robots. They won't try them up here while we've got that.
You what?
Citizens
Robbers
of
are
Wyndham,
fit of them. Robbers.
remember that your
Who are
village
they,
is one
robbers?
of the few
I'm like
remaining
getting sense out,
bastions of
Michael.
normality
You've had enough.
within the zone.
I don't know what else, but
Keep it that way. Be normal.
There you are.
Like enough, civvy, or die. Run or you're dead.
always doing make work around here. Should have those villagers doing it for us. Don't
Get lost or I kill you. Not sure I like the look of you. Start showing me a bit of respect.
Not sure about you.
Addressing civilian. Stand back, citizen.
Save lives.
Where am I supposed to find Blanco around here? doing make work around here? Should have those villagers doing it for us. Don't do nothing worthwhile, this lot.
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details on Atomfall. Work out to help out.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
Wish we could still get the light program.
Acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are, in essence, treasonous and will be treated as such. Please, don't make us hurt you.
A new customer. How do? Not often we're seeing new faces here. My name's Alf Buckshaw. Welcome to what's likely the last pub in Cumberland, such as it is. Now, what can I do for you? Bet you weren't expecting to find a place like Wyndham still ticking over after all what's gone on here, were you now? Folk will get used to anything given time. Which isn't to say it's not nice to see some new faces coming through here now and then. Reminds a fella just how strange this all really is. The captain likes strangers too. He treats them better than he does the rest of the village. Means he can do things us regular folk can't. You'd help out the village, would you? Let me ask you something. The soldiers, protocol as they go by. What do you make of them? Well, aye. If burning our houses willy-nilly is protecting us, aye. They're doing a bloody sterling job. Look, I'm willing to trust you've your heart in the right place, and I need help with something. Soldiers have got their eyes on me, but they'll give you the benefit of the doubt, for the moment at least. I need to collect a few messages. Not important, you understand, but I can't stick me nose out of the door without the soldiers taking an interest. You they'll let walk out of the village, so I need you to go to Skethermore for us. I was hoping you'd say that. I need a message collecting from Nora. Careful with her. She's not fond of strangers. But it'll be all right if you see I sent you. She hides out in her barn on Skethermore. I'll mark it for you. The other note is with a fella who skulks all over Skethermore. But we have a meeting place. I'll mark it on your map. Fair warning, though. Out in Skethermore, soldiers don't care who or what you are. They'll shoot before they ask. You let me know if there's aught else I can help you with. Well, after it all went to cock and we got quarantined, London started sending in soldiers. To start with, folk were happy to see them. But after a while, it turned out there was bugger all they could do to help. When they found out they weren't being let back through the wall again, well, it got nasty. Plenty round here, I reckon. It's what it would have been like if the Nazis had invaded after all. Of course, you didn't hear that from me, all right? Aye, there were. And the captain weren't right happy about it neither. Now he calls it his duty to enforce the quarantine protocol. And it's pretty nasty about how he goes about it. Army boys even took it as their own name. But I reckon he secretly wants to get out of here, same as us. And he'll push us down if it gives him a leg up. Anyhow, I shouldn't be gossiping about this stuff. Keep your bloody voice down. Nothing brings the soldiers down on you faster than talking about that. Mayhap I heard rumours of it, but I can't see it out more than that. You helping me with those messages is a fair trade, I suppose. All right, let's talk. One of them scientists, in particular, used to come to drink in here. Before it all went arse upwards, that is. He liked his ale, that fella, and ale made him chatty. He told me he worked in something called the Interchange. Never said quite where it were, but he used to stagger off towards the substation round the back of here. So that might be worth a deco. I suppose I might be able to help a friendly traveller out. What sort of gear did you have in mind? I bet you could. But you wouldn't find anything like that in Wyndham. But there's a fella up there, more often than not, and he might have what you're looking for. Don't see many of those. Nicely done. And all on the nail. All sorts comes through here. So don't be shy about coming back. Might have something new for you. See you around.
Citizens of Wyndham, pagan practices of any kind are strictly forbidden. Any breach of this regulation is punishable by death. Citizens of Wyndham, you are reminded that any building marked as sterilized is off limits prior to demolition. Trespass is a serious offense.
One more city gives me cheek and I'll pop the bastard. Orders the jewels.
Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are in essence treasonous and will be treated as such. Please, don't make us hurt you.
Addressing civilian. Stand back, citizen. Addressing target. Clear the area, or you will be considered a threat.
Stay away from there.
Potential threat has disengaged. Holding station.
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details on Scattermore. Work out to help out.
state of this place. Leave tomorrow if we could.
Get a move on, you lot. You're never gonna make your salvage boat arse or something like this.
Keep the peace, Civvy.
At the village hall. Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are in essence treasonous and will be treated as such. Please, don't make us hurt you.
Who the hell else was supposed to console with?
Keep your nose clean. Report anything suspicious you find, and we can see about perhaps coming to terms, you and I. Yes, what is it? There's been a what? Sergeant, take a squad to the church at once. And the culprit? Surely not the vicar. Is that so? Well, I shall send someone to apprehend him immediately. Now, do you see why this place is under military discipline? I fought rebels in the Malayan jungle, and let me tell you, that was positively genteel in comparison to this wretched village. You can hardly call them English hereabouts anymore. Something in the land here is corrupting them all. You've done the right thing coming to me. It's vital this sort of thing's nipped in the bud before it spreads. It can be tricky to tell right from wrong out here, but you seem to have the right spirit. Your assistance is appreciated. I shan't forget it. I'm willing to extend the hand of friendship to you, which would include giving you access to our camp at Skethermore. With us on the same side, if a chance for leaving this zone comes, I can promise you a good chance of seeing the outside. To be blunt, as a stranger, you're in a perfect position to help me with a delicate matter. I'm delighted to hear it. We recently arrested a certain Dr. Garrow, one of the scientists from the research site. She contrived to escape the zone before the walls went up, but rather unexpectedly returned as part of a military convoy. More fool her. Dr. Garrow is dangerous, very clever, and egotistical enough to believe herself a magnitude cleverer yet. She's refused to tell us anything, and I refuse to stoop to Gestapo methods to force her. But a new face like yours, well, perhaps she'll talk to a stranger who plainly isn't beholden to the protocol. We're holding her in our prison. When Garrow arrived, she demonstrated an ability to meddle with the barred machinery we've commandeered. Specifically, she disabled our camp's automatic security system and began to poke around where she wasn't welcome. It was an hour before we found her, trying to get access to one of the old barred bunkers. Who knows what damage she might have caused had she found a way inside. She left us no choice but to take her into custody, isolated in solitary confinement, where she can't play her tricks. My men claim she muttered some incantation, and that caused the gun turrets to shut off. I don't believe in such nonsense as magic, but when she was captured, all they found on her was a broken radio. And now I don't know what to think. So you see, I need to know how she did it, what trick she uses to disable our machines. Here. This pass will give you free passage throughout the Skethamore camp. The soldiers on guard will allow you into the prison section, too. All the way to Garrow's cell. Learn what you can and return here. Be sure to report to me in person. But be warned. One hint of betrayal, and that pass will not save you. I hope I make myself clear.
Citizens of Wyndham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are, in essence, treasonous and will be treated as such. Please, don't make us hurt you.
Keep the peace, Civvy.
Citizens of Wyndham, a contaminated area has been reported in the Skethamore fields. Please stay away from there until it has been sterilized.
Welcome back. Nicely done. And all on the nail. See you around.
Not sure about you.
Citizens of Wisdom, pagan practices of any kind are strictly forbidden. Any breach of this regulation is punishable by death.
Oh, who are you? I don't know you. You're not with the soldiers, are you? I run a lawful place here. Stick to every word of the protocol here, I do. Oh, well, they get into everybody's business, bunch of busybodies digging around until they find all your secrets. But I've got nothing to hide, nothing at all. I haven't. Secret? I've got no secrets. You don't know what you're mithering about. Now let me know if you're looking to buy something. He did he? So you've sided with the protocol, eh? Bloody soldiers, always digging around trying to find your secrets. Well, like I said, you won't get nothing out of me. Bye now. Did you want something? Bye now.
You have free passage to our... You have free passage...
Citizens of Wyndham, we cannot guarantee your safety beyond the village paling. Do you have a good reason to leave the village? There has been an increase in outdoor activity
Blanco, that wall, he says. Where am I supposed to find Blanco around here?
Do as you're told, right?
Did you want something? What? You know that he's... Doesn't really matter how you know, does it? Look, I'll talk, but only to show you I'm doing nothing wrong. You have to keep quiet about this, please. Me husband, Philip, he went off exploring with one of his pals. Bloody fools, the pair of them. He said they were poking around in an old bunker and walked into a cloud of funny glowing spores or something. And he told me he started hearing voices. He says the voices hurt him. Whatever it was, it made him awful ill. He's not getting any better. Just a bit worse every day. Not exactly. I just know he called it the interchange. Oh, And he said something about the substation behind the pub, though that's off limits to us. The soldiers will string you up for anything these days, and my husband was exploring where they don't like you to explore. That captain of the protocol, he says what the boffins buried here plays merry hell with people's minds. Turns them into something not human. Not that any of that happened to my Philip. He's ill, that's all. I just know what the soldiers would do if they found him. You know, we've had one mite of luck. Came by a special tonic, which does something to settle the voices in his head and keep the infection down. At least, while we can get it, it does. But look, what's your interest in all this? I'm sorry, but I don't have any of the tonic left. I know where you can get some, though. There's a lady, calls herself Mother Jago, out in Casterfell Woods. Brews the tonic to her own recipe. She lives out by the old mine. I can mark on the map where to find her. And listen, I hate to ask, but could I trouble you to get us some of the tonic? Just a single bottle. We're almost run out. He isn't a danger to no one. Please, I beg you, don't go telling the soldiers. Just forget I told you all that, eh? Let's just forget it all happened and do some business. Bye now. What have you done, you monster? You asked for this.
Work out to help out.
You have free... Yes, what? Infected? And she would keep him hidden and in a grisly situation. You have free... Yes, what? Infected? And she would keep him hidden. I'll send someone over immediately.
Citizens of Wyndham, if you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption,
Fancy hiding a freak like that in your bed, I ask you.
It were husband, mate.
Not once he'd changed, he wasn't. Then he was just a liability. She should have let us torch him, soon as he started to turn.
It's easy to say. What do we do now, anyway?
I don't know. Search for contraband, I suppose. Help yourself to anything you feel like.
Ain't that looting?
Nah. Loot is for civvies. We commandeer. Hands away from any weapons.
citizens of Wyndham, if you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption, report it immediately. Report early. The contagion will be painfully excised. Be vigilant. Be safe.
Keep the peace, Civvy. Outlaws sniffing around the village perimeter again. We should deal with those scum once and for all.
Citizens of Wyndham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions.
It's like having another bloody war.
A war with a plenty right now, but I want to know why not.
Not sure I like the look of you.
Do not trust Captain Simmons. The protocol was enacted for the good of the country at large, not the quarantined area. If necessary, the quarantined area will be sacrificed.
Orders be broad.
Outlaws.
Watch your step.
Citizens of Window. You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are entering is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities. Remember, a warning shot is a wasted bullet. You have been warned.
Maybe Smith is right. Perhaps we should just build a huge still and drink ourselves to death. At least I'd die after.
Something's not right.
Nice and slow now. Let's have no trouble. Did they go?
Nothing here after all. Fuss over now.
Don't know why they're at it now.
Hang on a minute. Son, hold it. Here with me.
Hello, no need to panic. I mean no harm.
Now, look, before we get to brass tacks, it might be a good idea to clear the air a bit, you know. I know I don't look, well, entirely normal. I just wanted to raise it. I know it can bother folk. I mean, unless it don't trouble you at all. Well, that depends, I suppose. Depends on whether you hear a voice, like, in the soil. Well, I suppose that means you're not one of them, else you wouldn't ask. There's a group of druids or summit that camp out near here. I heard they used to live on an island in the mere before it all went to cock. All very civil before then, but now they all wear masks and have gone proper vicious. Not with me, mind. The eyes, you see. I think that's what does the trick. They must reckon I'm one of their lot. But I promise you, I'm not going to kill you and chew on your bones. Although I wish I hadn't said that now. Makes it sound like I might. I can trade with you if you've got out to trade. I'm Billy Gorse, by the way. Oh, there's not much anyone knows about them, not really. Just that they want to return this place to nature. Always scavenging man-made things to take back to their castle. Old cars, bits of metal, them glowy batteries, you name it. Probably offering it all up to their voice in the soil. They take people too. Don't know what they do with people. Makes you shiver just to think about it. To be honest, I've no bloody idea. Your guess is as good as mine. I know there's something in the earth that's been, well, infecting folk, I suppose. Most go crackers and join them other maniacs in woods. Others turn to something worse. Couldn't tell you why, but I've kept my marbles. I might be the only one who has. I did try for a bit, but it's bloody persistent. Mother Jago, the herbalist, she gave me something that kept the worst of the infection down. It weren't so bad to live with after a while, so I stopped meddling with it and trusted to Providence. She's out by the old mine, not far from here. I'll mark it for you. If you've out that troubles you, she's the one to go to. There. Good honest trade that way. Don't be a stranger. I might have something new to trade with you next time. And a word of advice. You just watch out for them druids, eh? They camp up at castle, but they're all over these woods like a rash. I've no doubt if they see you, they'll gut you like a trout. Just be wary. Stay safe out there.
Be you a threat?
Trinity is one head.
Weapon down! Calm them off! Oh, I'm hurt bad. Fine, keep going!
Heretics, well done. That's bad. That's really bad.
Oh, come on, bloody hell!
Aye, that's bloody right.
Come on, keep fighting!
Well, hello! A new face! Come closer. Don't mind me. Everybody knows Mother Jago around here. I mean no harm. Folks that find their way to me are usually in need of something. What's on your mind, dear? Perhaps I can help. And it's always a pleasure to meet a wandering soul. Stay a while. Let Mother Jago look after you. I provide remedies and tonics where I can to those that most need them. And I can offer some other supplies too. Have a browse if you like. Ah, yes, how is her husband doing? Not so well, I wouldn't wonder. I can only hope my mixture helped to ease his pain. My own recipe. A good few years in the perfecting. Only thing is, I'm all out of the makings of it. And the recipe itself, well, the folks in the woods have it now. You've met 'em, mayhap. The druids in the masks? They live in the castle ruins off to the southeast of here. If you want the recipe for the tonic, that's where you need to go. Into the castle. Oh, they've taken an interest in my work, came by a few weeks ago and left with some of my things. It's no surprise they like their herbalism too.
And if you're heading that way, there's something I would ask of you. In exchange for the help I have given, let's say. The druids have something of mine, my herbalism book. I'd like it back. Nothing worth killing over, you understand? But I would like it back. They probably got it stowed away somewhere in their castle. Take care, won't you?
We cannot feel out your intent.
Empty your hands, death.
Yeah.
Do I? Watch it.
is one. One head has